Today I have in the latest and I think the greatest so far from Whitby Watch Co. with their new release, the Canuck. And I, being a Canuck living here in Canada, feel like I'm the man for the job when it comes to showing these to you. The Canuck is their new pilot watch. I have two versions of the watch here today. Big thanks to Whitby for lending these in for a little test drive. So let's get to it and take a look at the watches. All right, now the fellas over at Whitby are big history buffs, particularly Canadian military history, and the watch is named after the Avro Canada CF 100 Canuck, which, with its first flight in 1950, was the first straight winged jet able to fly at a sustained, controlled supersonic flight with a top speed of 888 kilometers per hour. I can just imagine being a test pilot back in 1950 going at those speeds. But as far as the watches go, these are available in two dial configurations and each with some different color options. The two dial types are quite different, and we'll go through those here in a minute. But otherwise, the rest of the watch is the same other than the strap colors. So let's start with the green version of the watch here. And this is a really nice shade of green, and the yellow accents look great against this dial color. Up at the 12 on both watches is the applied logo in steel. And other than the text down below the date where it reads Canuck, that is it for text on the dial. Pretty cool wings happening there on either side of the date. The numerals and then the markers that are partly sunken into the rehaut and chapter ring are applied, and that chapter ring is actually one of the differences between the two watches. On the green, it's got two levels of markings, and on the blue version of the watch, it's quite a bit more of a simple, cleaner look. On the green, the center area is just a matte green circle there, but the blue has that flashier texture to it. And you can see there too on the blue that it has a white circle with the markers at every 5 minutes. The handset on both are the same with that lightning bolt second hand. Good, easy to read handset, and these are pretty good to read in low light. The loom is another difference between the two, and they put loom on everything, including the Canuck text. The small markers do fade a bit quicker, but the important stuff, the hands and arrow markers, are solid. The case is made with bead blasted titanium, so it's very lightweight on wrist. The crown is a signed screw down crown and very easy to grip. Good winding action of the Salida SW200, which you can get a glimpse of through the display case back. Would have been kind of cool to have a custom rotor with the CF100 there or something, but solid high beat 26 joule movement with a power reserve of approximately 38 hours. The straps that come on these are thick. It is a chunk of leather happening here, but I was shocked how well it wore right away, and over time it's going to get even better as it breaks in. We've got rivets up here near the lugs and then one at the end of the long side of the strap. The strap has a third metal keeper here in between the leathers, and the buckle that they're using is pretty cool. It's something different, but goes great with the strap and matches the finish of the case. Not all, but some of the watches also have the option for a suede strap upgrade, which you can get for the blue version. It's pretty well the same strap as the others, but I feel like it's maybe a millimeter or two thinner. Another good quality strap and definitely suits this blue one. Size on the watch comes in at a case width of 39.3 millimeters. Lug to lug is 46.3 millimeters. Lug opening is 20 millimeters and the thickness is 11.8 millimeters. The crystal is a flat sapphire with an anti-reflective coating and a really good AR at that on the underside of the crystal. Water resistance on the watch is 100 meters. And here is the green on my 7.25-inch wrist. And I don't know what you guys think, but I think this is a really good release from Whitby. I've been mostly wearing the green, and if I had to pick between them, it would probably be that green. But the blue with the red is a Beauty 2. Very different vibe between the two. As of the time of filming this, there's launch pricing of 845 Canadian dollars, which is right around 625 US. Full price will eventually be 965 Canadian or around 715 US dollars. Link to where you can find these will be below. Thanks for taking a few minutes to stop by, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.